Hi guys, so I am in the middle of packing for South America. This is actually a practice pack which I recommend people do before they go backpacking. So I thought I'd just film it and share with the internet exactly what I'm packing for South America. I am going to Peru, Chile, Argentina and Uruguay, possibly Bolivia, unlikely but I'm still not sure. I'm sort of doing a mix of city and trekking, maybe with a tiny bit of beach when I go to Buenos Aires, so it's a kind of mix of what to take. Yeah, let's take a look at exactly what I'm taking to South America. First things I'm going to show you guys is these 3 packing cubes, which I got for $9.99 of Amazon. I will link it below. And actually they've been a lifesaver. When I was doing my first test pack last night, I just realised it's so much easier when you have packing cubes, and I really recommend them. And these are for $9.99. They're actually quite good quality. So the first cube is my clothes cube. So most of my clothes are going to be going here. In fact, pretty much all of them bar the ones that I'm going to wear when I'm in transit. So I'll just talk you through what clothes I have. This here is probably going to be my outfit that I wear when I go to fly on the plane. So obviously I don't want to get my hat squashed, so I'll probably just carry that around or wear it in the airport. I've got my big snuggly sweater because it's just a bit too big and puffy to pack, so I'm going to wear that on the plane along with plain black vest top and black leggings, and my walking boots. My walking boots can normally be clipped onto my rucksack when I'm not in transit or when I'm just going from hostel to hostel, but when I go on the plane I'm probably going to wear them. Next up in my clothes packing cube is hoodies. Because the weather's going to vary, I have 2 different types. So I have a very thick hoodie, and then I have like a thin sort of cardigan hoodie. Next up I have my pyjamas. So I have 1 pair of shorts, my Star Wars short pyjamas. I've just got like a t-shirt, and then I've got like long thick pyjamas for when it's cold, and that's all I'm taking really for sleepwear. So next up in clothes is bottoms. So I have 1 pair of like light sort of cotton pants, and then including the outfit that I'm going to wear on the plane, I have 4 pairs of leggings. I have this really thin pair, and then I have 2 really quite thick pairs of black and grey. Then I have my shorts. I'm literally taking 2 pairs of shorts. One is very short, light, sort of sporty short, and the next is like a more sort of outdoorsy, they're a bit longer, but still quite skinny shorts, and they're quite comfy. Then onto vest tops. So I have 2 t-shirts which are there at the bottom, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different vest tops, mostly plain and then like a bit of a funky one. In terms of dresses, I have this blue sort of cami dress that is very plain and simple. It can also be worn over leggings or under my hoodies. And then I have a bit more of like a dressy dress, although it's still like very cotton jersey material, so can sort of dress down. And underneath there, that is just a long sleeved checkered shirt in case I get cold or want an extra layer. But in terms of dresses, the other dress that I have is up there. I wanted to take at least like 1 sort of nice pretty thing for either evenings or just sort of going out, and also it's very sort of thin cotton, so it can just be rolled up, and because it's patterned, hopefully the creases, you won't be able to see that it's too creased. Finally, in terms of clothes, I have 1 long sleeved grey top. I have this same top in white, which I might bring as well, but I'm still sort of deciding. So let's move on to shoes. So I am training for a marathon, and so I'm going to have to run when I am abroad. So I'm just taking my Nike running shoes, and because obviously shoes might get a bit dirty, I've got this bag to put them in. Next up is just my everyday shoe. just plain white pumps from New Look, and again I've got a bag to put them in. I was considering bringing flip-flops, but I'm not sure. I think I'm just not going to bother, and if I need to buy some other shoes or sandals I can do so when I'm out there. Going back to my running, I also have my running gear, which is basically just really thick leggings, which I think I can also go trekking in and go hiking in and long walks. And I also have my like, I don't even know what you call this, like my running armband thing that my phone goes into, so I can listen to music when I next up is a sort of like evening bag. This is just for in case I go out and I don't really want to take my big rucksack, which is over there, and I just want something simple. This is perfect to pack because it's so flat. It's basically like an envelope shape. It's got a long strap so I can wear it over my shoulders, across my body, so to save me getting like mugged. Yeah, so that's just really handy, and it's got like a double zip. The final bit of clothing I think is my jacket, which is, it sort of seems really thick, and it is, but it's actually quite light. And this is like a waterproof jacket, and this is for any hiking or trekking I go on, or just if, you know, if it's raining. The nice thing about it is that it can fold up and can go down quite flat. So I think that's it for all my clothes. So all my clothes are over there, bar the shoes and the jacket. I'm all going to be squeezed and rolled into this packing cube. So my next packing cube is sort of what I call like the accessories packing cube. This has in it a few different things. I'll start down here. Basically a hat in case I do go into some sort of parts of the rainforest or jungle and it's quite cold. Again, I don't know what I'm doing yet, but I want to take it just in case. Underneath here we have a pillowcase, and this is for when I go to hostels in case I just would feel a bit more cleaner if I had my own pillowcase. It's going to be Halloween when I'm out there, so I know that this is not a necessity. This is my Halloween costume. That's as far as I'm taking it, a headband with ears on. I also have a spare pair of sunglasses, a hip flask, and my running scarf. And this is so I can wear if I get cold, but it's still very thin and very light. So that's sort of all like the extra bits. In here I have my makeup bag, which seems really big and like it's got loads in it, but it also has things like hairbrush and a mirror in there, which is why it's so big. Next up I have a microfiber towel. So I bought this for, I think it was $9.99 off Amazon. I'll link it below. It's super soft, and basically it just dries a lot quicker than a normal towel and can be folded up really small, so you're not taking up loads of space. Trust me, I took a normal towel last time and it was just a nightmare. Next up, this bag literally contains tampons and tissues. I take a lot of these because you never know when you're going to need them. It can be used toilet roll. I also have a lot of allergies. I'm always sneezing. I pick up colds really easily. So it just thought it'd be easier for me to pack a lot of tissues. I also have so many tampons in there, but this is also because I found that sometimes other female backpackers can be caught out and you've got to help a girl out, haven't you? Next up is this little bag, which has, if I can find the zip, it has my sort of electrical items in. It's basically just a makeup bag, but in here I have my camera charger, I have my phone charger, Fitbit charger. In here I have two different adapters. Well, no, they're the same, they're both the same, but as in like I just have two I have two. And yeah, I just have loads of wires, spare headphones, I think. Ones I got free, and actually weirdly enough I'm going on this trip with LATAM Airlines. But yeah, that's basically all my electrical stuff shoved into one little bag. Next I have my first aid kit. This was from Boots and it was $6.99 I think. However, I have added some stuff in there. So you got basics in this, but I have also added things like paracetamol, ibuprofen. I also bought some bug spray, just some more cotton pads. I got extra plasters. I've got Savon cream there. I basically have hopefully everything you need in like a sort of emergency type situation. So that is everything that is going to go in my medium-sized packing cube. And then finally I have my smallest packing cube, which I'm not going to open and show. It's basically all my underwear. I have one bikini, about 9 pairs of knickers. I've got about 7 or 8 pairs of socks, and then I also have on top of that 2 pairs of like hiking socks. And then I also have about 5 bralettes and some 2 sports bras. I'm not taking any bras with wires in because it's just, or padding, they're just a bit of a nightmare to pack. So this is my jam-packed toiletries bag. The bag is actually from Boots and it came as part of 3, very similar to my packing cubes. This is the medium one. I've lost the other 2 along the way, but I find that it's really good quality. So in here I literally have shower gel, toothpaste, shampoo, conditioner, deodorant, suntan lotion, face wipes, face cream, cleanser. I have so much in here that I have managed to jam pack and squeeze in, and just to be extra careful, I don't know if you can see, but every item, oh, earplugs are also very important, every item is wrapped in one of these bags. So I bought a bunch of these small sort of Ziploc bags I meant for food to go in the freezer from Home & Bargain for literally about 89p, and what I did was just sort of put every single item that has liquid in it wrapped in one of those bags, just so it doesn't leak, or in case it does leak, it just means that it's not all over my stuff or all of this stuff, which would be horrific. So it's just sort of being extra careful. I'm also taking some spare ones. I've got about 5 spare ones that are in there. Just a few extra things that aren't necessarily in any of the packing cubes. With my packing cubes, I got this laundry bag, so I can just fold this up flat, but then when I'm at a hostel, I can do some laundry and put all my dirty clothes in there. I also have luggage tags I'm going to put on my rucksack, just God forbid, hopefully it doesn't go missing. And then I also have a tripod for my camera. My camera is coming with me, unfortunately you can't see it because I'm using it. So in terms of my luggage, I think that covers everything that I'm packing. So let's move on to my hand luggage. So this here is my very funky Brie Adidas backpack. And I'm just going to talk you through exactly what will be going in here and what I have in my hand luggage. So for starters, my camera will be in there, which is what I'm using to film on now. So it will be going in this little sort of cube though. I might actually take this as well, so that's why that's sort of in there. But yeah, that's my camera. In this little bag, I basically have, let's see if I can show you. So this is a bag that when I have my normal handbag every day, it has like my keys, my lipstick, my mirror in it. So it's sort of similar situation here. This is going to go in my hand luggage, and it just has tissues. It has a mirror, if you can see that there. It has my wires for my iPhone and my iPad. It has a spare adapter in case I need to plug in at an airport, and my bag has already been checked in. So just sort of like all little bits that I'll probably need all in one little safe place. So I have an umbrella because I've heard it can get pretty wet in South America, so I'm going to have an umbrella in my hand luggage. I'm also probably going to have a spare set of headphones because I actually have headphones already with my phone, which will obviously also be in my hand luggage. I'll be carrying these around probably, which is Vaseline and just some like perfume. These are in this sort of bag because when I go to the airport they will need to be in a clear plastic bag, so that's why they are there. I probably will have some playing cards, which I found is really handy to carry around when you're backpacking. It's a great way to meet people and make friends. My luggage, obviously one of these is going to be on my big backpack. Actually no, these probably both will, but I do have this other sort of funky lock accessory here inside this purse, if I can get it open. So I'm not going to pull it out completely because it will just sort of like explode out. But this I'm going to carry around with me at all times, and it's for both this backpack and my big backpack. And basically it just is like a sort of cable with a lock on it, so that I can lock my luggage to something in case I need to, I don't know, like go to the toilet or I run off and do something quickly and I need to leave my bag unattended. I don't want anyone to steal it. So this is like a lock, and I've just put it into this purse because the wire otherwise will just sort of like jump out like a jack in the box. Also in my hand luggage I will have maybe this, just in case I need to prop up some photos. It's just like a sort of really cheap like small mini tripod. I will also have this, which is a rucksack cover. Basically, my big rucksack has a built-in sort of raincoat, so that won't, hopefully my stuff won't get wet in there. But my Adidas backpack, as pretty as it is not waterproof. So I just bought this for a couple of quid off Amazon. Again, I'll link it below. This is a smaller one for small backpacks, and it just means that if I'm out on an activity or a trek or a day trip and it starts raining, I can just chuck this in my backpack and nothing will get wet. Next up, I have my sunglasses, which I'm using my Ray-Ban case, but these are not Ray-Bans. But I'm going to show you these anyway because they're really cute. These are Forever 21. They're so nice and pretty, a little bit different. Next up, I have my sort of, I don't even know what these are called. It's like a bum bag, but it's a really, really flat one. And I've had this since my first backpacking experience, so that's why it's a bit wear and tear, but I also kind of like that. And I will have in here like my extreme valuables, probably passport and money and things like that, and I will wear it underneath my clothes. I will not have this on show. It'll go underneath my vest top, just around my waist, and keep all my things nice and safe. Next up, I have my jewellery, which mostly at the moment is just chokers, but I just want to have it so it's there in my bag if I need it when I'm on the plane. Yeah, that's not important, but I just don't want to put that in my main luggage. Next up, we have the Spanish phrasebook and dictionary. Obviously, everyone speaks Spanish over in South America, and I don't know anything apart from hola, gracias, mi amigo, and te quiero mucho. So I'm not sure how handy those will come, so I need to sort of like probably get a reading on this, but I'm going to keep this with me at all times in case I need it. Next up, I have my purse, which also has my passport inside. And then finally, I have my portable charger, which I've just bought off Amazon. I think this was $12.99. It's like not too heavy, and it has two USB ports, and it just means I can charge things like my phone and my iPad or my Fitbit when I'm on the go. Which reminds me, we have one final thing. Come on, bag, work. We have my iPad, which is going to live in this nice purple case. I wanted to bring my laptop, but it is huge and it's very heavy, and as I'm going only for 6 weeks, I just thought I don't necessarily need it. I actually have a memory card in this camera that allows me to transfer images through Wi-Fi, through its own built-in Wi-Fi, to my phone and my iPad. So I don't actually need a laptop for the next 6 weeks while I'm backpacking. I can do the majority of my blogging through my iPad and my phone, or through internet cafes, and when it comes to editing videos, I'll just have to wait until I get back. And that, guys, I think is basically everything I'm taking away with me. Oh, and this notepad, which I just forgot about because I was using it for notes, but I will have that, and there is a pen in my little handy purse bag thing. So yeah, that is basically all my stuff. I'm now going to talk you through my backpack very briefly, and then you can watch me pack. So this is my backpack that I've had for about 3.5 years. It's been to Australia with me, Southeast Asia, America. It's seen quite a lot. So it's a bit scruffy, it's got dirt all over it. It's not in like the best nick, but it's still extremely usable and strong and tough, and yeah, I do sort of love it. I've become quite attached to it. My rucksack is an Osprey, is that how you say it? I don't know. It's an Osprey and it's 65 litres. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pack it up, and yeah, I'm going to show you how I can get all this stuff into that backpack. And there you have it. There is everything that I'm taking to South America. My rucksack, my hand luggage, my big backpack, with my walking boots, which by the way I have just attached using these, what are they called, carabiner things. Obviously this is just for when I'm moving from house to hostel. I will be wearing these in the airports. And then we have the outfit that I'll be wearing in the airport with my little bum bag thing. And that is literally everything that I'm taking to South America.